I want to break free from my life out here and move to Canada forever.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and this is Joey Stephen, IRC News, I'm an authorized Canadian immigration practitioner, and we are coming out with this release from the Polinsys studios in Cambridge, Ontario. Today is the 12th of February 2022. 2021 was the year of the pandemic, and yet Canada broke several records. Okay, and they landed 405,303 new Canadian permanent residents. This data was released by IRCC. The previous record was in the year 1913, and it was for only 400,000 landings. Okay, and that happened before the First World War. The 2021 to 2023 target aimed at welcoming 401,000 immigrants in 2021, but IRC broke that threshold. This high intake followed one of the lowest intake of immigrants in recent years, and Canada landed only 184,000 new immigrants in 2020 because of the pandemic. 2021 was different. Now, how did they do that? IRCC felt that the best way to have a high intake in 2021 was to focus on temporary residents in Canada, people who are students or who are on work permit, because the pandemic was a concern. In order to achieve this goal, IRCC had express entry draws and honed in on Canadian experience class applicants. Sometime in May of 2021, IRCC launched 6 new streams targeting Canadian permanent residents to transition them to they transitioned temporary residents to Canadian permanent residents. This allowed the department to land another new 90,000 new permanent residents from within Canada. So when you look at the percentage, last year, 2021, it reversed the previous trends of landing 70,000 international arrivals and 30,000 from within Canada. That happened prior to 2021. But 2021, that changed. Okay, they saw 70% inside Canada landings and 30% international landings. So it was just the opposite in 2021. Okay, international landings under the economic class in 2021, the slowest month was in May, and the highest intake was in November. All right, so economic immigrants accounted to 62% of all landed permanent residents, and this was a higher number than the target of 58%. Usually the target was 58 of economic immigrants. When I say economic immigrants, it is people under the FSW, federal skilled worker, and all those classes of migrants. CEC, or the Canadian experience class, accounted for the highest number of landing with 32% of the total. Okay, the FSW, Federal Skilled Worker Program, mostly overseas, saw its lowest landing in recent memory, with a very low 8,320 new landings in 2021. PNP landings were high with 53,960 landings. Right, so PNP was very high as well. Okay, the wholesome approach offered by Polinsys supports multiple Canadian permanent residence pathways, both federal and provincial, on a single platform. Please attend the free on-demand webinars by following this link on my screen, polinsys.com/p. Thank you.
But life still goes on. I want some help, Polinsys by my side.